Every manufacturing company is trying to improve revenue, margin, and working capital, but those outcomes are driven by thousands of daily operational decisions. And in most organizations, those decisions are not optimized, not coordinated, and not aligned to financial objectives. Today, we are joined by Peter Stiles, Chief Marketing Officer for A2Go, to discuss a completely new approach, supply chain decision intelligence, an operating layer that continuously optimizes decisions and financial outcomes in real time. A2Go employs artificial intelligence to continuously improve supply chain decisions that drive better financial outcomes. And Peter has over 40 years of experience in creating, building, and implementing strategic, marketing, and business process consulting programs for high technology and supply chain software companies. Our discussion today is about moving beyond execution to actually controlling your outcomes. Pete, why do so many well-run manufacturing companies still struggle with inventory, service levels, and forecast accuracy, even with ERP and other planning systems already in place?
Sure. What we consistently see is supply chain fail because decisions are made too late. Most companies today have strong ERP systems, planning tools, and analytics, but they were never designed to continuously optimize the decisions that drive financial performance. ERP executes transactions. Planning systems generate forecasts. Analytics tells you what already happened. But the critical decisions, how much to produce, where to position inventory, how to respond to demand or supply changes, are still largely manual, reactive, and disconnected across functions. Even in very well-run organizations, decisions are made with lagging information and in silos. So, most companies are struggling because they don't have a way to continuously improve the quality and the timing of their decisions. That's what we call the decision intelligence gap. It's the gap between when a supply chain signal occurs and when a decision is made. And that can actually change both operational and financial outcomes.
I completely agree. So can you expand a little bit on what the real business impact is of that gap, both financially and operationally?
Operationally, the impact shows up immediately. You see inventory in the wrong place, production plans that no longer align with demand, supply disruptions that cascade across the network, and service commitments that are actually increasingly difficult to meet. So the organization shifts into reactive mode, expediting, reallocating, adjusting, and trying to recover from decisions that are already out of sync with reality. And operational instability is just the visible symptom. The financial impact is where the real issues lie. And it's often hidden because daily operational decisions are not timely, not optimized, and not explicitly tied to financial objectives. By the time a problem is visible in a report or a dashboard, the financial outcome is already locked in. Inventory's been built, capacity's been committed, costs have been incurred. At that point, every action is a recovery action, and companies are forced into expensive mitigation, expediting, excess inventory, lost sales, margin erosion. So this is not just an operational issue. This is one of the highest leverage financial performance opportunities in the enterprise. Even modest improvements have an outsized impact, but it requires changing when and how decisions are made, not just how they're measured.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, Peter, so obviously this is a legacy problem, right? So what, in your opinion, has changed now, and how are leading companies starting to solve this problem differently?
By adding a new decision layer we call supply chain decision intelligence. This continuously monitors demand, supply, inventory, and execution. It detects emerging issues early, explains what's driving them, and guides teams toward decisions that trigger action before financial outcomes are locked in. You can systematically improve decisions before they adversely impact your financial performance. What supply chain decision intelligence does is it makes financial impacts explicit and manageable at the decision level. And because every decision and outcome is captured, the system learns. So performance doesn't just improve, it compounds. The results are measurable and consistent. Our customers are seeing inventory reductions of up to 50%, lower working capital requirements, significantly improved on-time and full performance, increased revenue capture, and reductions in forecast error of up to 50%. Now, this is especially significant because according to McKinsey, every 10% improvement in forecast accuracy can drive a 2% increase in revenue and a 20% reduction in inventory costs. All of these benefits come from faster, more confident decision making. You move from reacting to outcomes to controlling them, from periodic planning to continuous optimization, from managing the business to actively shaping its financial performance in real time. That's the difference. And that's what defines the next generation of supply chain operations.
Well, you're making a pretty compelling case here, so I'd love to kind of wrap it up into a package for our viewers before we close. Can you summarize the key takeaways for our viewers?
Sure. At the end of the day, revenue, margin, and working capital are not just managed in reports, they're determined in decisions. The question manufacturers need to ask is whether they're controlling those decisions or reacting to them. Companies that win will be the ones that make better decisions and make them earlier, because that's where financial outcomes are actually determined.